All right, so we got the Street Fighter 4 movie, got a new director. It's supposed to be a reboot of the 1994 movie Street Fighter. Thoughts, concerns, possible plot ideas that you may have, and anything you would like to change from the original 1994 movie.
Definitely from the 1994 movie, I would definitely change was making Guile the main character. Let's make Ryu the main character, and I would make it a prequel. Make it a Street Fighter Alpha.
What is up with you and freaking prequels?
Well,
Like,
I mean, you don't have to make it. You don't call it a prequel. Just take the prequels in consideration. Street Fighter Alpha was prequels to Street Fighter.
so okay, I was on the same page with you about Guile, but anything that has to do with it, like, how could we do a prequel? Because I feel like we're gonna get to this in a second, but the way Mortal Kombat did it with this new reboot, okay, that's a prequel. Like,
Mm-hmm.
before we actually get to the actual tournament aspect of things, which I felt I was comfortable with it. Now, when it comes to Street Fighter, if we did that, then I feel like it wouldn't be interesting. Like, what could we what could we as fans look forward to watching this prequel movie? Because outside of breaking down Bison, what he does as far as, trafficking, drugs, and all that other stuff, but outside of that, Guile's obviously a military police, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Ryu that goes off and does his own training, his own thing. Ken is like the rich boy that wants to be a freaking martial artist. And then you have Chun Li's aspect in it, but really, I don't see any type of prequel that you could really exploit to actually put in a movie.
So what you're saying is that we don't need a origin story. We just need to make a Street Fighter movie with just the characters that are recently popular in Street Fighter, and just have them going forward, knowing that the plot is that there's either they're stopping Akuma or Bison.
It's got to be Bison. It's got to be. Well, I feel like at this point, Bison was more of a 1990s character, and I feel
He
like Akuma now is the new way to go.
villain. This is hard because I love both these villains, bro, because they're both menaces, and Bison technically never dies. But Akuma, something about Akuma, bro. Like, I love about Akuma. Akuma is the definition of like badass, bro. Like, Akuma is this guy that always strives to be better than anybody else, who looks for a challenge, who looks to be like the strongest of the strong. Hence why he always goes after Ryu. He even goes after his brother, uh, Goken, and beats him in a fight. If for those that are Street Fighter fans, we know that Akuma and Goken have two different powers. The Dark Hodo is the way that Akuma goes through, and then Goken goes through the power of nothingness, like the power of unlimited energy. And it is implied that Akuma destroyed Goken in a fight, and he tries to sway Ryu into the Dark Hodo to become just like him in order to make him his greatest rival. And then as we go into Street Fighter, I believe it's 5 and 6, that Ryu decides to take away the Dark Hodo from him and go into the power of nothingness, and he becomes a thorn in Akuma's side. Within that time frame too, like Akuma in Street Fighter 2 did dog Akuma. He came out of nowhere and then destroyed Bison's body, and then attacked Ryu. And Ryu was released the Dark Hodo in his energy, which became Dark Ryu, which was a pretty good storyline if you go back and look at it back in Street Fighter 2. But I mean, I like, we only got what, one movie of Street Fighter?
One
It's
live
not
action
include
movie.
one live action movie, but that's not including the animation movie. But I want to see more of Akuma. I want
There's
to see
more. There's
Akuma
multiple live action. I mean, anime movies that I couldn't even keep
animation.
up with. To be honest with you, like, the most important one was probably the first movie, the animated movie where I think it was Vega that ended up going into Chun-Li's apartment and ended up fucking her up. That's the only one I can remember off the top of my head. And then it came down to the showdown between Bison. Well, hold up. Ken was under Bison's mind control, and Ryu had to come in and save the day. And Ken ended up helping towards the end. So Guile really didn't have a big part in that movie, but I feel like they should have piggybacked off of that movie because I like that movie. It was a really good movie. Now back to Akuma now. Yeah, I feel like it's Akuma's definitely a more of a 2000 more popular villain than Bison is as we progress through the late 2010s into the 2020s, where we're talking about in the video games, okay, this guy that looks just like Ryu, like, is the most powerful character in Mortal Kombat. Yes, in the 90s, yeah, we all know who Bison was because Bison was like the last boss battle at the end of Street Fighter where you cannot beat him on hard. Like, that's not happening, let alone turbo. But
And we taking it back now, huh? All
yeah,
right.
hey, you know that Sega Genesis, boy. But Akuma, I would feel like it'd be a more interesting character because one of the most important things when it comes down to a movie is character development. And if we're talking about a prequel game, Akuma will be a perfect character as far as a villain to make it into a prequel. I feel like Bison, that's played out. I like, again, don't get me wrong, I love Bison. Like, the costume of Bison is badass. Like the red military suit with the cape on it with the captain's hat.
Hell
Perfect. Yeah. I liked it. But as a character in a movie, Akuma's the more, we can
He's
get
a thorn. He's a thorn in most characters' like side.
like in a chicken sense, because I'm hungry right now. Like, that's the breast. I feel like Akuma provides the breast, and Bison right now is a leg.
I feel you on that. Like, look, yo, Akuma is that OG, bro. Okay, so how do I say this? Like, because I feel like I'm gonna be glazing on this dude, no homo, but like, Akuma is that dude, bro. Akuma is that man, bro. As far as I understood from the lore of this storyline from Akuma, Akuma has only lost one or two battles. And it's not too many people that beaten him. Like, I mean, like, damn, like, Akuma has a lot of fights under his belt, bro. And I just like his origin story because it's so hard to, like, to understand it because there's so many different origin stories to him that him and Goken are brothers in real life. Then it is also implied that Ryu is his son, a little bit, his unknown son in some aspects of the game. And then there is aspects that Bison stole some of Akuma's Dark Hodo in order to create the Shadow Clone that he has, the army that he creates. And it is crazy because like Akuma is like this dude that most people can't beat. Like there's characters that he challenges that like that impact the storyline, to continue the storyline to going forward. And I can't remember one of their names right now. He got that Muay Thai fighter that the Sagat beat because he challenged him stupidly. I can't remember his name for the love of God.
Isn't Sagat the Muay Thai fighter?
There's two of them. There's two of them. And oh damn, there's that one armed dude too. I forget his name. It starts with a G. The one armed dude, he fights Akuma, and it's implied that they both are even. They're masters of their craft, of their martial arts, bro. And then there's even evil Ken, who gets the Dark Hodo energy, who fights Akuma too. And it gets the lore in the storyline gets crazy. But don't even get me started with that, bro. Because if you know about Tekken 2, it's implied too that Akuma was also in
I don't count Tekken. I don't know about I'm not even going to open
canon, bro. It's implied that it's canon.
It can't be. No.
It has to be, bro. Oh, bro, you have to go into that too. That shit is crazy because
I've never been a Tekken guy. Never been
Dog,
a
Tekken
Tekken
is
guy.
yo. You need to get a Tekken, bro. Tekken is likes that,
I
bro.
was a Dead or Alive guy.
Dead or alive. You never were in SNK?
Nope.
Yo, SNK 2 was also another thing
You talk
too.
about
King of Fighters,
yeah. King of Fighters, of course.
Street of Rage. What else is there? Metal Slug. Uh, there's another one where Iori and Kyo are from. I can't remember the name of the name of the game, but yeah, bro. Like Akuma is like that, bro. He's this guy. This is like the shit. He's undefeated. Like he just be dogging people. That's what I love about Akuma. In the mist, his background is mysterious. That's what I love about him. Like it's hard to pinpoint his origin story. That's what I want. Like something that gives me an origin story, but doesn't give me an origin story. Doesn't explain too much, but explains a little bit. But we go forward where he just dogging the main character. Because to be honest with you, I'm getting tired of this whole like the storyline where the good guy beats the bad guy. In Street Fighter, it doesn't work like that. In Street Fighter, it is the Akuma dogs everybody. There is no winner. It's just Akuma. That's how it goes.
So let's start off with the story. Ended up starting off with him beating his brother. That's Goken, right? So let him be Goken. Like, like your typical martial arts movie where Ryu and Ken be like, oh, let's go see Master. We haven't seen Master in a while. Then we see our first look at Goken. He getting murked by Akuma, and they're like, who is this guy? And then Akuma is like, yeah, I'm Akuma, I'm the brother, whatever. And then they get their first little battle with Akuma. Akuma dogs him, like dogs him. And then, I feel like we should do like a little flashback of how Akuma ended up becoming how he is. And you can do a whole bunch of different things with the character where there hasn't really been a backstory with the character where you could be like, well, he could have been under Bison's mind control. Like, we never know. Like, he could have ended up absorbing all this energy that some Bison was into. Like, we can do. Matter of fact, fuck it. We can put both characters in there. How about that? I know two villains in a movie have been bad, but we can do that.
Dogged, I'm cool with it.
You say Bison has to get dogged?
Bison has to get dogged because it's implied he has clone bodies that he transfers his spirit in between different bodies. Because if we go back to the Street Fighter 2 origin story, he fights Ryu, and Ryu is about to fight. And as they're about to start the fight, Akuma comes in there and the karate chops that dude in half. And he was like, he ain't worth your time. I'm worth your time. And then they fight with the Dark Odo, and that's where you get Evil Ryu and all that. That's what I want to see. But if we're going to talk about him dogging his brother, Goken, fuck yeah. Show him do the Wrath of the Dragon if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
His special move?
Nope.
Wrath of the Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Wrath of the Raising Dragon. Sorry.
I was about to say, what are you talking about?
What is it? Forward, square, forward X, I believe it is.
I never played as Akuma in the video game.
What?
Never.
Hold on. What is it? I believe it is forward, square, forward X. I might be wrong on that. But yeah, that's one of the hardest moves to pull out in like Street Fighter, bro. The Wrath of the Raising Dragon, where like he like levitates.
Which Street Fighter are you talking about?
All of them, bro. What are you talking about? That's a special move. Like
I stopped playing at 2.
Oh, so Akuma has a special, right? Where you do this special, you do the combo, right? In mid attack, he like glides in the air and he grabs the character's head, and then the screen goes black, and you see him on his you see his back, and then like all of a sudden you see his sign glow up, and that's the special, and the character's on the floor, dog. Like, bro, it's one of the hardest things you could do in Street Fighter, but that shit is like that, bro. Wrath of the Raising Dragon combo, bro. That is like, bro. You never done that move?
I have never seen Akuma I've never played against him or played with him in a video game. I've never after we went 3D in video games, I've never touched Street Fighter ever again.
Okay, so here's the special. This is how you do it. Heavy punch, down punch, light kick, heavy punch. And that is how you do the Wrath of the Raging Dragon, bro. That shit is so hard, bro. Look that shit up, bro. I'm a big Street Fighter fan and KO fan, King of Fighter, bro. That is my shit. When you can pull that off in a combo, bro, all deals are off, bro. It's a wrap. It's done. You're done. You
I
ain't
didn't even
getting
know he
back
was
up
even
from
in
that.
King of Fighters.
Oh yeah, Capcom versus SNK 1 and 2.
I didn't.
Bro,
I
that
didn't
shit
play
like
that.
that.
No, I wasn't
Yo,
playing
that's
that.
what likes that, bro.
I only like the original. Only original. Not playing nothing else.
If you
but
played
the original.
Marvel versus Capcom, that's the special.
He wasn't in Marvel vs. Capcom.
1 and 2, he was.
I don't remember seeing him.
He was unlockable character in 1 and 2. He was a character. He was.
He wasn't in 2 because I unlocked all them characters.
Oh, all right. Look it up. I'm telling you. Look it
He
up.
wasn't in 2. I'm looking up right now. He was not in Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Oh, all right. I can show you videos right now. I got you.
Yeah, he was not in that.